morning, sports fans, GMs, team owners, players, busters, fags, punks, puss ass niggas, and real G's. It is now time for the Monday morning quarterback. We're going to start this off real easy and quick. We're going to start with our normal announcements. If you are not in the main chat group and you desire to do so, please reach out to myself, the Commissioner Lawrence, and we can get you in there. A lot of trades are originated there. It's a lot of shit talking. It's a lot of fun. We have fun in there. So come on in. We're going to start out. Team Commish versus New Kings. Woo, shit. This is a close one. We got 26 from Cook, 28 from Chubb, 23 from Hollywood Brown. You gotta love all of that. The goose egg from Higgins didn't do a whole lot of work for him. And your tight end, Okawonoko, 0.6, that ain't gonna get it either. Roy is doing, a lot of people have a what we call the offensive stack, and maybe you call it the stack. So the stack usually consists of the quarterback and the wide receiver, somebody that, a lot of us are starting to move towards that defensive stack, and Roy has a linebacker tandem out there that is getting out good work. He's usually averaging them 25 to 30 points per. He got 25 points for the Jacksonville linebacker crew and another 6 points from the defensive end. So his defensive stack is doing pretty well. So that's 31 total from his defensive stack. On the bench, he has Walker at 18 points because Penny got injured. We'll get into that a little bit later because Penny being injured is breaking news. He has Mahomes going tonight, and I'm hearing rumblings and secret sources saying that the organization is saying that Mahomes has to show and prove tonight why they went and spent everything that they spent to get him. They pretty much bought the farm to get Mahomes, and he gonna have to show and prove. It's 2-2 Commish versus the 1-3 Kings. Moving on to the Kings side, Teddy B. Teddy B got the goose egg. For those of you who may not know, Teddy B went out early in the first quarter or something like that with a potential concussion. Now, he's the first recipient of what I'm going to call the Tua rule. Even though he was cleared by concussion protocol, it's an independent person that basically decided no, he's not going in. So he got the goose egg again, even though he was cleared neurologically by the concussion protocol, the NFL and the new rules and the NFL Players Association and all of this independent stuff. The new Tua rule, Teddy B was not able to go back in. Big goose egg. Jay Willie, 6 points. Godwin, 12. Ramondre Stevens. Ramondre Stevens was acquired through a trade with Team Commish. We're going to see if that comes back and bites him in the ass. Mike Williams, 24. Goddard, 17. Goddard is becoming the go-to guy for Hurts in Philly, and Goddard is going to go ahead and continue to good money. 17 points for him. He's averaging about 15, number 6 tight end in football. I did not see that coming. It really didn't. You get Reynolds for 12 points, Cobb on the bench for 17. These are points that could have really helped him now. He had 22 from the New England's defense on the bench. He has KC's defense going tonight. I don't see him getting 22 from KC's defense tonight, but we'll see. But that may be the difference maker. I will let a little bit known that pretty much every time Mahomes scores, Kings get a little piece of that. It's like what the guys say, if a nickel bag gets sold in the park, I want in. And Kings is saying every time Mahomes do some shit, he getting a piece of that. So it's going to be real interesting tonight. Too close to call, The projections have it 224 to 223. Team Commission's way. I honestly think that Team Commission go ahead and he pulls this out, taking him to 3-2 and one, and the Kings to 1-4. Moving on, new team 1-3 versus the 2-2 Northsiders. New Northsiders. New team is a dumbass name with a dumbass owner. But Tom Brady went off for 21. He started to get some more Tom Brady type numbers out there. J-Rob for 6 points on 27 yards. Etienne is he trying to establish himself out there. That wasn't a J-Rob type week. Terry McLaurin, 12 points, good money from him always. Mike Evans, 12 points. It's pretty much when I think they're averaging 13, 14, so they're pretty much in that arena. Justin Jefferson, or what the owner has dubbed TRJJ, or the real JJ, went off for a real 31.5 points on 12 receptions and 154 yards and no touchdown, but 12 receptions, 154 yards. That shit is crazy. Auden, Tampa Bay tight end. The organization received a little flack, a little ribbing from other team owners because that was his first pick at the 4th round. Auden came out with 10.4 points, double digits, real good day for him, 43 yards. But I will note that Cameron Brate was on concussion protocol. Maybe it's a correlation between that. Maybe Otten's the new man down there. Who knows? Penny went off for 5.4 points, 54 yards. And guess what? Injured. Again. Penny's motherfucking ass stay injured. That's just what it is. We knew it was coming. It's like prom night. Don't fight it. It's going to happen. 33 points from his linebacker duo. I believe that this team, when they go 1-4 tonight, they're going to have a fire sale, and they're going to run. They always run. Any sign of adversity, they're going to run. So if you want any information on his fire sale, reach out through his proxy. That would be Roy at the Team Commish organization. Reach out to them, and they'll set some shit up for you. Moving on to New Northside, 2-2, about to be 2-3. You get 16 from Rodgers. 29 good motherfucking points from Derrick Henry. Cooper goddamn Kupp. But Cooper goddamn Kupp is all Stafford sees, all Stafford knows. That's just going to be fucking it. Kupp is the Rams' total offense. 30 points on 7 receptions, 125 yards, and a touchdown. That shit is crazy. 29 points from Lockett. Mozart. I did not see Mozart going off for 20. But when Teddy B went down, pretty much all of the wide receivers and tight ends in Miami suffered. So they just pretty much kept it on the ground because some guy, I believe his name is Skyler. Skyler came up and, he took over. So they did a lot of running. Mozart went off for 113 yards. I don't think Mozart's seen 100 yards in 3 years. But 113 yards and a touchdown, 20 points from Mozart. Nobody saw that shit coming. The linebacker tandem from the New Northside is kicking out about 26. Overall, New Northside wins this one easily, taking him to 3-2 and new team to 1-4 and sending new team into hiding. Moving on, U-City Lions versus the 0-4 Bucks. Usually, every week when I get to the Bucks game, I don't spend a lot of time on it because the Bucks are truly in a rebuild state. They took over a team from an owner that was totally trash, spent his entire career at 5-9. Just it is what it is. But Bucks has some really nice pieces that he can expound on and really, really build on. You got 18 from Pollard, as I've said before, and I continue to say Pollard has taken over the backfield in Dallas. 17 points from Burrow. It's always good money. This is the importance of shopping the waiver wire because you can take flyers on people when you're down. Taysom Hill was acquired on October 2nd. October 9th, Taysom Hill went off for 40 motherfucking points. It is what it is. You moving over to U City Lions. 37 from Eckler. 23 points from Andrews. Listen, we're always going to highlight and speak on Andrews because shout out to the champ at the U City Lions, Brian, the homie. He acquired Andrews for some pocket lint and a booger last year, which helped propel him into getting a championship. You got Kelsey going tonight. U City wins this easily. Now, we were talking about the stacks, offensive stacks and things of that nature. I'm hearing through rumblings from the team sources that he's in the business of acquiring all top tight ends. I think he wants to do a tight end stack. He does have Kelsey and he does have Andrews. I think he's looking for another tight end to put into that flex spot. It's definitely going to be interesting. He gets 11 points from his linebacker core. Overall, U City goes to 4-1. Bucks go to 0-5. Moving on, motherfuckers. The Black Republicans versus Dat Work. Now, this is an interesting matchup. We're just going to go through the scores real quick and we're going to get through what we have. So you get 16 from Murray. It's cool. Wilson Jr., you got 21. Amari Cooper, 20 points. All that's great money. Allen Robinson, if you have anybody on the Rams offense that's not named Cooper Kupp, please do not play them. That's it. Anywho, moving on. Allen Robinson, 4. Higbee, 11. Jerry Jeudy, not a Jerry Jeudy-like night. But you get more. Rondale Moore got you 13. Queens is not the linebacker he used to be, but his linebacker core, if you can get 10 and 10, 20 points for your linebacker core is actually good money. Having the projection rounding him out right at 199. He still has Clyde Edwards-Helaire going tonight and his punter. Edwards-Helaire is averaging 20 points a game. We're going to say it's 19. We're just going to give it 20. If he hits that, Black Republicans win. He's currently 8 points away from Dat Work, who's sitting at 188. Honestly, unless Edwards-Helaire just fumbles the ball 10 yards in the backfield and there's no punting, Black Republican wins this easily. You got Dat Work, who's currently 2-2. Get 14 from Zach Wilson. Not super, but hey, Olave, he was not on my, and I do a pretty good job of scouting in the offseason. I did not know who Olave was, but Olave is coming out, and he is the motherfucking man down there in New Orleans. 17.5 points. Alvin Kamara, 25 points. Stephon Diggs, again, if you could get any piece of that motherfucking Buffalo offense, go get that shit. Ingram, 3.7. Connor, overall, 14 points for your cornerback. It was supposed to be good work. I actually had that work coming out of his slump. But it's looking like the Black Republicans will go to 4-1, and that work goes to 2-3. Moving on to Broad Street Bullyfoots versus the Calgary Stampede, a.k.a. Gronk. Shout out to the homie Gronk. Great name, Calgary Stampede, but you'll always be the homie Gronk. That's what we know you as. Not saying change your name, but that's just what it is. But Broad Street Bullyfoots is 2-2, and Calgary Stampede, a.k.a. Gronk, also 2-2. Up and down the line, you get 11 points from Trevor Lawrence. That just ain't going to do it. Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne is like James Robinson, who, at the end of the day, Travis Etienne goes off of 14.9. We'll just call it 15. In a game where, he got 71 yards and a big share of the running back duties. Maybe it's going to be I don't know. Maybe he's going back and it's like, I'm not going quietly into the night. Give me my motherfucking backfield back. Zeke, 8 points. 8 points from Zeke. It's not going to do it. Zeke is not Zeke-like anymore. Tony Pollard, that's his backfield. Understand it, learn it, love it. You got Lunu. You had a Luvu, his linebacker. This is the importance of checking your lineup. I shouldn't have to tell veteran owners and coaches to check their lineups prior to. But he left a linebacker that was out in the lineup. But it really wouldn't have mattered because Gronk came out there and fucked him up. Before I get to Gronk real quick, he did have Josh Reynolds on the bench. I would have started him over Ayuk all day. I'm not saying this is happening, but tank? Maybe? I don't know. Not saying that they're tanking, but if they were tanking, I wouldn't be surprised because, leaving a linebacker that's out in there and Josh Reynolds on the bench. I'm not saying they're tanking, but I've seen a motherfucker tank before. Looked a lot like that. Anywho, moving on to Gronk. Gronk, you get 10 points for Tannehill. That ain't doing shit for real. But C-Mac and Barkley kick out for 43 total. That's what he was doing when he got and acquired that trade for C-Mac and Barkley. You got Cortland Sutton. This team, I'm hearing, is a quarterback away. According to the organization, they feel they're a quarterback away from really, really being a contender, like a top 5 guy. They're interested in trading for one. Maybe they wait until the draft to get one next year. Hopefully CMC and Barkley still kicking out those numbers. Overall, Gronk goes to 3-2. Bullyfoots with his own bully foot in his ass. Goes to 2-3. It's the way it's gonna be. Moving on, motherfuckers. You got Matrix 2-2 and Hell's Bells. I'm gonna start with the Matrix. Shout out to the homie Sid. Sid is the owner GM of the New York Matrix, and that's my homie, my big dog. I appreciate you. I hate you, nigga. This organization is, I don't get it because up and down, I had y'all lose, and y'all still might lose, but you get 8 points from Wilson, 13 points from Mixon. That's pretty much his average. Nobody saw Leonard Fournette showing his ass for 36. I know the fuck I did. And I know the fuck Sid did. But whatever. Marvin Jones Jr., 18, double digits, 10 points from Ertz. A.J. Dillon did 3.4 points. Anybody tripping off this? But fuck, check this shit out. This motherfucker gets 16 from one cornerback, 10 points from another cornerback, 16 from a fucking safety, 13 from the punter, and 15 from the head fucking coach. That's 70 points in defense and special teams. I don't get it. But whatever, this motherfucker. But when you got a choice between Fields and Wilson as your quarterback, you've pissed somebody off cosmically. You lost a cosmic bet or some shit like that. But whatever. Moving on to Hell's Bells. Hell's Bells is currently 0-4. I had them getting their first win, but you get 45 big motherfucking points from Josh Allen. You got Carter for 18 points, Jamar Chase for 12, Gabe motherfucking Davis. I say again, if you can get a piece of the Buffalo offense, get on that shit. Get on it. Because they going crazy. Tonight, Hell's Bells has the kicker and Hollins going. Matrix has McKinnon. Jerick McKinnon going tonight. Jerick McKinnon is averaging 5 points. The projectors is 223 versus 227. It's really, really close to call. But I still got Hell's Bells getting their first win because Hollins is going to go off. And they're going to score whenever Hollins goes off, get the field goal. So Hell's Bells gets their first win over New York City Matrix. Congrats. Shout out to Hell's Bells. People's Champ, 2-2 versus the 3-1 El Patron. This was a low-scoring affair, but I still had the People's Champ winning, and the People's Champ are currently doing that. We got 145 currently right now with Patron, and he has Crosby, a defensive end, going tonight. So unless Crosby sacks the quarterback 17 times, I don't see Patron pulling this out. 10 points from Dalton, trash. I really see Patron hit the stinker of the week on this with this 151. Kareem Hunt, 15, 21 from Metcalf. 18 points from your kicker. Still not enough. On the other side, People's Champ, you get 28 from Geno, which was a good pickup from him from Team Commish. David Pierce, 21. CeeDee Lamb, Njoku, 14. J.D. McKissick. Now, again, another motherfucker on this Buffalo offense. Shakir, 3 receptions, 75 yards, and a touchdown, 17 good points. Njoku is going to be a top 10 tight end. People Champ goes in back into the win column of 3-2. And El Patron is going to finish out at 3-2 as well. Here we go to the big dog. Game of the motherfucking week. Chibo Burgers versus the Ass Kickers. Currently, we are at 170 and 156. The projections show that they'll finish at 189.8 against 188.8. Little history on these two teams. These two teams met in the semifinals a few years back. And the stat correction monster got the Burgers organization, and they were eliminated from the playoffs by the Ass Kickers. That never really continued to sit well with the Burgers organization. Has always left a bad taste in their mouth and have always wanted revenge. I said this was going to be a tight game in the Thursday morning precap, so let's really get into it. Lamar Jackson, 15 points. That's the second week in a row that he's been not Lamar Jackson-esque, dropping him out of the number one spot at the number one quarterback in fantasy. Brees motherfucking Hall, 29 damn points. Drake London, 7 points. That's not even him. Debo got the little bullshit touchdown that saved his fantasy day, giving him 11 points. Fire Moves didn't do shit. Johnson, 12 points. Great. Elijah Moore, 2 points. That's just not going to hit it. However, on the defensive side, let's really think about this. You get 18 points from your safety. Dallas defense would not go. Dallas's defense went out there and broke their foot off in the Rams' ass. I just needed them to score. The Ass Kickers organization needed the Rams to score another 3 points or another touchdown, something. But you get a touchdown, an interception, 2 fumble recoveries, and a block punt. Dallas goes off for 25 points on the defense and special teams, acted a whole ass. Tonight, they have the number 1 cornerback in Snead and the number 22 linebacker in Bolton going tonight. And the Ass Kickers organization, you go up and down. You get 28 big points from Hurts, 18 big points from David Montgomery. Smith came on at the end with 10 receptions, 87 yards, 18 points. St. Brown and Waddle let the organization down with a total of 11 points betwixt the two. Waddle lost his quarterback. I can get that. Both of those guys are coming off injuries. It doesn't matter if you suit up and get the starting lineup, untuck your nuts, and get out there and perform. Just and we were up and down on Brown. Brown only got 1 point. That ain't gonna do it. Bad coaching. On the linebacker stack, the defensive stack that the Ass Kickers have put together. You get your linebacker, 10 from Greenlaw. Then you get your safety, 9 from him. And then you get 20 big points from the defense. That's 39 total points from the defensive stack. of the Ass Kickers organization out of San Francisco. They have Waller, Josh Jacobs, and the cornerback Watson. Watson happens to be the 22nd ranked, averaging 8 points per. This is still going to be a tight matchup. It's a tight affair. Still too close to call. It might come down to stat corrections again. Who knows? But it's going to be close. So that's the games to watch tonight. This has been the Monday Morning Quarterback. Y'all have a good week. See you motherfuckers next time. Peace.